What's happening? I'm waiting on that Bible study, Miss Angelica. Family, what's good? Top of the morning. It's afternoon already. Top flight of the world. I'm about to say, I'm tripping. Oh, maybe you in California on West Coast. It's 1:30 outside out here, and it's hot in Texas. 1:30 and it's hot. Oh, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, so I need help. I like that. I appreciate that. Yeah, what we got going is I made we as a company have somebody tapping out with Hawaii. Oh, that must be nice. I need to go pull up with you. Where you at? That's gangster. But we got our own cost per mile calculator. Okay, so have any of y'all ever done that before? Because I want y'all to help me maybe critique it, maybe add something we didn't add that makes sense. And I want to show it to y'all. We're gonna put it on the website maybe tomorrow, but I'm gonna show it to you to see because I've used the one previously on Motor Carrier HQ, and that thing is not accurate. We were just using it because it's easy. Because some of these cost per mile calculations are way too long. They doing the most, right? Like you got to know, what tire size you got, VIN number, you know what I mean, stuff like that. So to me, they were just doing the most because it might be ideal for maybe a carrier, but not too much for a dispatcher. So I'm gonna turn the screen around for y'all so y'all can see what we got right now. But like I said, I'm embedded to the website. It's going to be free. You can just be able to go to the website because I want to be the plug. You already know my energy is that when you need something, I want you to be able to come to us and we make sure we're offering the best things that we can. But this is crucial, especially right now when people are still starting their trucking business every day, or sometimes people are thinking about getting out of trucking. I think you need to be able to know if you're making money. So I even kind of included that at the very bottom to look at your ROR, right? So ROR is return on revenue. A lot of people always talk about ROI, right? Return on investment. Okay. So on that regard, we're going to look at it and we're going to see what we got. Any questions so far? If I get into that, y'all, I'm going to just show y'all what we got. Okay. Like I said, we do our own stuff over here, like the app. I hopefully talk to the app guy Friday. So if I can get this app done, the app is going to be called Joe Dispatcher. You'll be able to log into it, do what you got to do. And it's going to change the game of how you're setting up with carriers. So you can pretty much, it's going to have 3 different stages to it. But the initial stage is you're going to throw away all of your paper carrier agreements, if you want to end up using the app, because it's going to change the way you do business. Because we send people the app. It only takes about 7 minutes to get it back, send it back over to us. So that way they can do it on their break. You can pull up on them at a gas station, at the truck stop. And they can get it filled out so you can book them freight today. They can fill it out easily. Everything's uploadable in the app. I'm excited for it. But for y'all, it's going to be Joe Dispatcher. And then by a few months after that, then we're going to make it to where y'all can customize it like we do. So when our carriers are signed up with us, they literally save it to their desktop or their phone. And now we're on the phone. So you got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and you have our app on your phone. So we're going to give it to y'all, but it's going to be Joe Dispatcher. Okay, so any questions about anything like that before I turn around the screen? Yes or no? Let me know. It's a good day, being Wednesday, hump day to you. Any questions I can answer for y'all real quick before I turn around the screen, because I want to let y'all know, or let me know, what y'all think about it, if it's good or whatever. Hopefully y'all have used some of these in the past so that way you can compare, because if you are a carrier thinking about becoming a carrier, or you are a dispatcher, you've been dispatching longer than 6 months, you should, hopefully, ideally, know how to do some of these things. And if not, that's extremely problematic because a lot of times you're not helping your carriers the way they need help. Okay, so y'all want to see it? Let me know in the comments. Yes. Y'all want me to turn around and see it? So still remind you, we got to still embed it in top of the back of the website, but that should be something that should be done today. Okay, Manny, what's happening? What's up, Tina? Okay, let me show y'all. See what we got so far. I'm turning around one time. Manny, I need to talk to you pretty soon. I got some other ideas. I think you might be the man. We can exchange, services or something like that. Because I'm trying to work on more people with the barter system than necessarily paying them or they paying me. Let's try to barter and do something. What's happening? Okay, so try to make sure I can make both of y'all see this because my computer in the office is so big. I can't never do anything from the computer because it's too big. Like, see this big mother hubbard over here, so I can't never do it on the computer in the office. So then it's problematic. I'm trying to get these things set up. Instagram's in a good place. Let me set it. Okay. Yeah, hit me up. Hit me up. Probably next week I hit you up. Okay, so what we got right here, BECM calculator. Okay, so the first thing we have at the very top, and I'm going to walk through it, especially the reason is why we decided to do it this way. That's going to help. Okay, so traditionally you have three different philosophies in trucking. You have, somebody should put these in the comments so we understand. Okay, so you have a local carrier, regional carrier, and an over the road. Somebody should put that in the comments. Okay, local, regional, over the road. Okay, now, a lot of times people use these terms and they don't know what these terms actually mean according to the industry. Okay, so local person want to be home every night. They usually want to go about 250 miles loaded. Those people, unless you got customers, they going out of business. Okay, straight up. Unless they using their uncle's truck. That was in 1982. They paid the insurance up for 2 years. They don't have ELD. They got paper logs. Them people going out of business generally, unless they have customers making a lot of money. Local. Okay, regional. They'll go out for a couple of days, want to come home, drop off every Wednesday, come back, put their head on the pillow once or twice during the week. That's a regional person. We don't even accept those people in our company. You got to be gone Monday through Friday to be regional for me. Okay. Then lastly, you're going to have over the road. Now, based upon that, you should be able to anticipate a certain amount of miles weekly, which then will convert into a monthly average. Weekly into monthly. Okay. So let's say you get somebody they want to be regional, right? So depending on the equipment will depend on this. But say we're going to use simple math and we're going to say they're going to put up about 2,000 miles in a week because as soon as they go out, they got to try to come on back home, right? So let's say we're going to put 2,000 miles in a week, hopefully that we can run them, get them some money and come back. You see how they make it populate? So the average is 8. This is going to be very important when we get down to the very bottom. All these numbers matter. Now you come slide down a little bit. And I'm going to show you what we did different. So, of course, you got tractor/truck note. Then you have insurance for your cargo insurance. You got health, which I know most people don't have, which is problematic. Then you got workman's comp, some Aflac, stuff like that. I know a lot of people don't have that. We just had a client on Instagram. Y'all know one of my clients got hurt. And I don't know if he has that, but I hope he does. Because if he does not, he's going to miss out on some money. Okay. Then we have permits. Some people out here want to run over-dimensional, stuff like that. That's fine. And then you have your parking. Okay, so this is very important because I haven't found any unless they were very, very long cost per hour calculations that consider parking. Let me explain why. So y'all know I'm a carrier too. So like last year, this time, my parking was 100. Then it went to 130 and now it's at 150. Now, if you're on the East Coast, right, like New York, New Jersey, so many places, the parking is $400, $350. Some people like in the southern region down here, southeast region, Mississippi's, Alabama's, stuff like that. They sleep in the back of their truck on a property or something. So then these people pay $0, right? Cause they park in their front yard. Okay. So the first part of this will be your fixed cost. Okay. So I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to leave it just like it is. Now you come here and now, according to a lot of other ones, they ask for a certain like cent wise, like how many cents a driver's making. Or a lot of people also put like a certain percentage here. Now, the problem with that is other people have like certain ideologies where they pay a driver a flat rate. So now the person that doesn't do flat rate, you're going to have to do some math. That's just how it's going to be. You're going to have to anticipate gross. So you're going to have to know what the national average is. So this is going to take work for the dispatcher. You're going to have to know what the national average is. Then you have to understand what they doing. So they getting 22%, 25%, 30%, and you have to do some math to work this out to be able to monthly anticipate the driver's wages. Okay. Some people believe in paying their driver $1,000 a week. So I decided to make it a flat rate, but then take the time to explain, hence dispatchers. This is when you give the carrier value to be able to explain how this can now vary depending what they've decided to pay. So somebody may say, I pay my driver 55 cents every mile. Well, then you got to go 55 cents, come back to the top, tap in this. Okay, 55 cents times 8,000 miles. So you're going to have to know what you're doing. But I did this on purpose because I want the dispatcher to be able to show their business acumen and strategy while they're doing this. That's the whole point. Okay, fuel. Same thing. You're going to have to know what their fuel economy is, depending on the equipment type. Somebody can be in a hot shot getting 10 miles. Somebody can be in a big truck going 6. Box truck can go 8. So now you have to know that, what the fuel economy is. Take that up to the top again into how many miles they're looking at running. Come back and then times this whatever the national average is for fuel. So if fuel is $4.50 roughly, and you're anticipating they're going to put up, 2,000 gallons, you would then work some math and then figure out how much it's going to cost in fuel. Okay. Then you have tolls. Most of these calculators are negating tolls. You're in Pennsylvania, Oklahoma, New York. It's important for you to have tolls. Then what we did here, which I love to have, is tires. So if you're not anticipating putting aside money for at least one blowout on tires every single month, you playing. But this could be as low as a Sprinter van or something, $100. You can get up to $800. But this is important to acknowledge. Then a maintenance account. How much you're anticipating for maintenance. I should call it right? Maintenance. Then a repairs estimate, because maintenance is happening, repairs. So repairs. Then your telephone, cell phone number, internet, and then road Wi-Fi. Okay. So just put a little something in there. I was going to put load boards, but I was like, no, because hopefully if you a dispatcher and you're doing this with your carrier, you'd be able to tell them that they don't need to do none of that. Okay. The next one obviously is, I know I should change the right? Then the next one should be ELD. Okay. And now with these two variables here, which I'm glad I put in here, is going to be factoring fees. This is the big one, because a lot of times people are like, if the carrier says they don't want to pay for a factoring company, that's fine. We can take it out. And then you have dispatcher fees. How much you paying your dispatcher? Because if so, then you can play with both of these when it comes to negotiation to prove them how much money they're going to get. Or as a dispatcher, you should be able to tell, okay, so if I'm charging 10%, I got to be to make you marginally more money here, stuff like that, right? So this is going to help set the tone for now the dispatcher as well as the owner operator to know if their dispatcher is bringing them value or not, which I love. Then a little escrow account. Maybe your escrow account is, hey, you don't want to drive during Christmas or something like that. Put something very small. Okay. Now it has total without factoring and dispatch fees. So now on the gross to operate their business, gross, right? You pay attention to these numbers. See, all these are flat numbers for the whole month, right? $20,000 what you got to make. Because what I see a lot of times in these calculators are people are calculating a percentage, right, of like money, but no one's considering the gross, right? So you need to also make gross in combination with a good rate per mile. It's not one or the other. So I love this based upon that. Like this gets me excited right here. So that sets a precedent depending on the person's business model. I don't know how much money they need to make. Okay, we're going to go down. I'm going to go back up with it. Then we come over here. So now it starts breaking it down. So your mileage is 8,000. Total fixed cost, variable cost, total expenses. See that this person, depending on what it was, based on it being regional, right? Their total cost per mile was $3.03. If it was this high. Now this is for illustrations, obviously. Okay. Now you come over here, your profitability. This is what I love this. This is my favorite part. So now you come over here and let's say your total cost per mile calculations was $3.03, but you've only been getting $2.55. You see this negative right here? Y'all see how it's red? I want y'all to let me know y'all see that red. Somebody say yes. Somebody say yes, I see it. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and play with it. Black Power. Yeah, I'm gonna go back. A lot of these numbers are just plugged in here. Yes. Okay, cool. So now based upon that, now this how you know you should shut your business down. See, this is my favorite part right here. If all these numbers were accurate and you can plug in what you've been making as an average, your weekly average is operating based on the load you've been getting, and this is your cost to operate right here, you already know you're running a loss. You're missing money and you're behind 15%. Okay. So now we're going to go back up to this number, right? So now let's say we mess with this number a little bit. This is when you kind of play with these things, you know how to get by. Let's say somebody going crazy, right? And they put up 3,200. Now let's go back down. Come back right here. Now notice, I want you to pay attention to that. All I changed was the amount of miles that they were driving, right? It went from being $3.03. Now I made the carrier go from being regional to now they need to be over the road. And what happened? Now it dropped down to where they are right. You see now it's a plus. So now if you could not change, please hear me with this. This is what I love about this. If you can't change your truck note, your insurance note, your parking note, your tolls, what you pay your driver, your tire, like you can't change none of that. Right? You can't, that's just what it is. Your dispatching percentage, escrow, like you can't change none of that. But what you can change and what you can control is effort. So then when you were to put up more miles, it drives down your operating cost to now you were making a profit, but before you were losing. Now your profit is 66 cents that you can put aside after you paid all your stuff. And now your profit margin rate is 34.8%. I don't think y'all appreciate your boy. I don't think y'all seen that. I don't think that y'all understood. Yeah, I know it's definitely more fuel though, but I'm just saying like how that variable that can change, right? In general is that, right? Appreciate you always. Yes. Thank you so much. So yeah, let's try to come up. I ain't got no calculator. Okay. So let's come up with that real fuel economy. Let's say somebody got big truck, 12,800, right? Divided into 6 miles to the gallon, 2133 times $4.50. You know that thing right there. So yeah, that fuel got to come up. Oh man, I'm finna put on my website tomorrow or tonight. It should be on there. I'm building it into the website right here. Is this for a second? No, this is just per truck. Like this is just how you to look at it. So you had to do it over and over again per truck. How do I get it? It's going to be on my website. So y'all can check back tomorrow. Now this is going to be free. This will be free. I'm just literally going to build this into the website. So you can go to the website. It's going to be free for y'all. This is going to be free for everybody who want to use it. Just come to the website and then do it. Fuel. Okay. So fuel looking, that's going to be about $10,000. Okay. You're very welcome. So I want people to be able to come mess with me. So then boom. Yeah, see that put it up a little bit. So it's like $2 a day overhead cost. If the fuel was basically $10,000, it'd been, I think it was like 21,000 gallons or something like that. No, 21, I don't know, it's like 2,100 gallons, something like that, times 450. And then you put it to where it made it right about $10,000. So it was like $9,600 for fuel, roughly. So that made it to where now this person's cost was $2.05. So the reason why this is also very extremely important to do is for my people that's renting trucks, renting trailers, people that out here running the box trucks and they getting leased box trucks, that you need to really be able to sit down and figure out what is this going to cost you, right? Based on the estimation of what is it going to cost you as a weekly expense that you're going to put into your truck note. So if they saying, hey man, it's going to be 15 cents a mile and you're going to put up 2,500 miles in a week, you need to add that in combination with your truck note and let everything populate. So then when you come down to the very bottom, you need to see, can you turn a profit? Because right now, box trucks, national average like $1.36 and stuff like that. And so with it being so low, if you should be able to come here, run the calculations to see, can you afford to, get this rental truck? Can you afford to lease currently and still turn a profit depending on what the national averages are? And if not, that's how you know this is not the right time for you to come in trucking. Or somebody had a good, they was doing good in 2021, 2022, and now rates in the trash, like a lot of our our dry vans, and you were to come down here at the very bottom and your cost per mile calculations was $2.05. And yet you see that, rates are 207. So you making 2 cents as a profit. You might want to just shut your business down or figure out something else. But this is going to give you to where it's as simple as I can make it, but then get straight to the point for you can understand, am I making money or not in this business? And if I'm not making money, what can I do? Even though I'm a dispatcher, maybe you need to, fire the dispatcher, learn how to dispatch yourself. So you say, I can't afford no dispatcher right now. Go back down. Boom, change dispatching. Is it going to change my money? If it ain't, okay, let me add them. So you can get played with this back and forth to now figure out what you need to do, right? How can you move in a certain way to make sure that it makes sense for you to decide if you can or cannot stay in trucking? Because if you can't, then you need to know what you can do so you can make a move. If you can, run the play, right? So I want to make sure that we did this in a certain way. So if anybody got any suggestions, anything that they could, something that I could have maybe added in there, made it better. Because like I said, to me, I think it's good. I think it's very fair, right? Like based on the things, yes, you got to do some calculations. If not, maybe I can do some on my website. Maybe it's $5 or I don't know what it is. Then maybe one of my dispatchers will do this for you to help you with your cost per mile calculations. I don't know yet, but I just at least want to have it to where, this could be set up. Yeah, maybe I'll do something like that. Maybe I'll charge $5 if the person doesn't know and they want to get on the phone, $5 or $10. I don't even know. Well, this is going to be on my website, hopefully, by today. So my guy is making it. It'll be on the back of my website. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe if, I don't know, maybe I need to, y'all tell me, what should I do? I mean, if somebody doesn't know how to do it, it should be like maybe $7, $10, something like that. And we can do it and then email it over to you, so you can keep it for yourself. So you can know what you need to do based on the numbers, stuff like that. Maybe that's another service that we can do. If that's something that's needed, I'll train one of my virtual assistants and they'll be the people that can do it and they can walk you through it to help you out to make sure, you turn a profit, because if you're not turning a profit, then it's good to shut it down now, put it on pause, figure out a way that you can do something else. Cause if not, you're outside just wasting time because, those things I wouldn't have paid $7. Yeah, that's how I figured too, Murray. You're a smart man. You're a smart man. People don't understand that. To pay $7 to $10 and save yourself hundreds of thousands later. Some people are just crazy. They don't want to do that. So yeah, maybe I'll come back, maybe Friday or something like that. And I'll let y'all know because I'm giving my guy time to embed it into the back of the website so we can see what's up. Because sometimes I talk to a couple carriers, they paying their drivers way too much. They pay them dudes, in their truck 85 cents, 80 cents, 75 cents. It's like, man, you ain't going to be able to turn a profit. So people are doing too much. And they can't figure out how they're going to make their money. Okay, Miss Franklin, yes, I'm going to see what's up. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I didn't even know. I just figured I put free, but I know there's some variables that's here. Yes, sir, it is. So I want to be able to help people out, maybe do a little something. Maybe I put some on the website or something like that people can choose it, and we'll get on the phone with y'all, one of my team members, and we'll walk you through the setup, look at the cost to figure out exactly what you can and cannot do and give you a plan of action based upon what you can consider or see what's going on. If your credit bad and they talking about $2,000, to go back, put some more down payment so you can get your costs down. But yeah, that's why any trucking business can survive if their overhead is low enough, because with rates being bad, sometimes you can't change the rates, right? Sometimes you can't change rates. So if you can't change the rates, well, then you got to figure out what you need to do to change some of this other stuff going on, or you need to drive more miles. So I'm telling you right now, the key to everything is if these things are already fixed and you cannot control what you park, permits, workman's comp, cargo, you can't change none of those monthly costs. You can't do nothing with diesel prices. You can't do none of that. So now you come down and say, man, I need all these things. I can't cut nothing. Well, then what you can do is drive more miles. You drive more miles, it's going to drop down your cost. So yeah, y'all let me know. I mean, somebody DM me or something like that. If I get maybe 10 people, I would say that's interested in this, I can talk to the team about what we need to do, make something on the website and see what's up. Maybe make like a little calendar link and then walk through this with people to help them understand how to do this. I mean, if you're a dispatcher, this is amazing too. You need to learn how to do this. This is one of the things I'll give y'all. This one is one of the things I tell my dispatch students. Learn how to do this well. Offer this as a free service in these Facebook groups that y'all like to be in, because most dispatchers don't know how to do this accurately. So you can already start talking business instead of focus on selling. A lot of people don't like sales, right? No, I made this. So this is going to my website. Yes, we made this. So this is going to my website. So I'm not sure yet of what exactly it's going to look like. Yeah. So it's going to be on my website next week. I'm sorry. It's going to be on my website hopefully today, and maybe I'll come back on Thursday or Friday and kind of go over this with y'all again. I teach everything, Murray. I teach dispatching, all that, mentorship, a little bit of everything. But my biggest thing is I want to make sure people are turning a profit. I'm a carrier too. So that's why I look at everything from a number standpoint to decide when and what I can do to make it make sense. Because if it doesn't make a profit, we got to stop. Like, it's just because all you're doing is just hindering your financial portfolio. And so if you can't find a way to make it make sense, it's better that you stop or pivot or do something else. because running a business to the ground makes no sense. Because I know some people, even currently right now, people are selling authorities. So a lot of people can make maybe $10,000 by selling their authority. It's better to do that while it's still on than to let it bury you and you leave with nothing. You know what I mean? So we got to be honest with ourselves. If we can make it, we need to make it. If not, we need to change some stuff, shut it down, and move around. Okay? So I hope that y'all found this well. So y'all say, if I get 10 people that DM me, say, hey, yeah, I want that. I want you to make that a product. I want to see how that works. We can do that. Or maybe I'll do something like a Zoom, maybe a free Zoom class, or maybe $10 Zoom class. Probably would it be maybe a $10 Zoom class or something like that. A Zoom meeting, and then we can all just get on Zoom and do it all at the same time to help people out, and people can tell me their cost or what they're thinking. We can talk about it together, and I'm just going to use it for maybe more content later, and maybe do like one big Zoom call for a couple of hours, and then we can just walk through these things together. I think that would be ideal too. Y'all let me know what y'all think, but I would say definitely DM me, because I'm here kind of what the people need. And y'all know I love to teach. I love to educate, love to help the community, trucking community. So y'all let me know. So does anybody want me to, go over this, again, or kind of show y'all this? Does it make sense? Because the biggest one is here. I'm telling you right now, this is why when I tell people about being a dispatcher is that, man, you cannot find a business like being a freight dispatcher that has like 60, 70, 80, 90% profit margins. Like, that's crazy. So like this person's profit margin, they're doing well. This is a good functioning business right here, right? That's good. 15 to 35% is where most people are going to be, right? I mean, that's going to be pretty good based on where most businesses need to be just in general. Okay. So literally, that's what we got to make sure we're paying attention to, is at the end of the day, are we turning a profit? Okay. That's every business, no matter what it is. Are you turning a profit? Okay. So I think I included everything you will need that's essential for day-to-day operations when it comes to operating a trucking business. And I really love, like I said, when it comes to repairs, escrow, little extra accounts that people can anticipate for, dispatcher fees, factoring fees, like that's key. Like those two things, because I don't see too many that include that, because even with that, we've had some people come to us, they pay 4%. We talk to tabs, get them down to 3%. So little things like that matter over the process of 1 year. So immediately, yeah, you would notice nothing like that. But like, over the process of a year, one truck put up 200,000 miles. That's a difference. It's worth making that adjustment for it. Then at the monthly, because my biggest thing right here is your profitability. That right there, that's going to tell the tale for most people to figure out, are you even turning a profit? And if not, shut it down. Shut it down, put it on pause, do something else. Wait until maybe the market gets a little bit better, jumps up 10, 15, 20%, depending on what the numbers tell you, and then try again. Okay. What's up, brother? So yeah, I got this. Like I said, hopefully by tomorrow, it's on the website, locked in, and it will be free. But if you want to talk to somebody, you want one of my team members to help you, DM me, let us know what we can do to help you. Maybe even teach you how to use this properly. DM me, please, because I'm going to go by, I'm going to check all the DMs, say, okay, 10 people from Instagram and TikTok want me to do it. Then I'll come back. Maybe I'll get y'all to, email me or something, so I can email y'all back, say, hey, we're going to do it for $7, $10, whatever. And then we'll have like a big Zoom call together or something like that. And I'll just take a couple hours and I'll do it myself and walk people through it. But also for my dispatchers, this is, okay, we got you. Hit the link in the bio, figure out where we fit in. But this right here is going to be key. This is definitely something you can offer to clients, to carriers, just in general. Say, hey, everybody else in these groups are over here begging for, I want to be your dispatcher. I want to be your dispatcher. I want to be your dispatcher. And you could come and say, hey, let me help you figure out what your cost per mile calculation is. And through that conversation, then you can solicit yourself. Because at the end of the day, why would you want to dispatch for a carrier that's going out of business anyway? Right? So they use you as a dispatch service. You get excited. And a month later, they shut down their MC. Like, what benefit was that? So ideally, you want to mess with people anyway. Tell the team we need it now. Laugh out. Yeah, I got my guy working on it. He said about it when he gets this evening, he's going to put in the website. But then, sometimes there's problems with it. So I would say hopefully by Friday and going from there. Exactly. Adding value. Exactly. So, I mean, these are crucial times that we in right now for trucking. So the more value you can give to your carrier, the more committed they are to you and the loyalty that's there. right? So when a person is locked in with the loyalty of associating their success with you, especially as a dispatcher, they're not going nowhere. They get emails every day with dispatchers charging 4%, and they may pay you 8%. They're not interested in leaving because they know when they have problems, you're going to help them. This is not a game of price, but of value. Okay, so if you can give the carrier as much value as possible, you don't have to worry about them leaving you. But if you're giving them the bare minimum, you should be scared. Okay, so this is why I'm going to plug this into the website, and I'm excited. Okay, any questions? Otherwise, I'm going to let y'all make it for the day. I had to bring this to y'all to show you what we up to. Y'all know we up to some. Capability reports should be on the website too by next Friday. We're adding capability reports. If you are a carrier, you got a flatbed, we got the shippers list on sale right now on the website. Go check them out for flatbed. So hot shots and flatbed carriers, we got a shippers list. Yes, sir. Y'all know I'm gonna give y'all the game, right? I'm gonna try to help y'all as much as we can, because to me, payment, when it gets rolling, is now y'all can come to my website and get what you need. That makes me excited. So 2 years ago, I told myself I want to be the Amazon for dispatchers and carriers to get everything they need to help them in their business. And so we are on our way. I think we probably are really close to getting almost 100 items on the website. Price is what you pay. Oh, yes, sir. Thank you so much, family. Yes, sir. Yes, definitely. Thank you. I'm glad I caught you live. I'm glad you tapped in with me too. Appreciate it. Like I said, DM me. And I was saying I can go back over this with y'all again. I would love to. It will be me. We do like one big Zoom together. We can talk. It'd be 2 or 3 hours. I'm cool with it. I just need to schedule it so I can try to help as many people as I can, because it might be some kinks in this that, doing scenarios with multiple people, I might find some issues with this. And I want to make sure I find any problems with it as fast as I can so I can adjust it. I'm just starting. Oh man, you outside then, let's get it. This is essential for you to know how to do, especially when you come to negotiating your percentages, helping carriers figure out, because a lot of people are in limbo right now on what they need to do. A lot of people are frustrated. They say, hey man, I'm only getting $2.10 in a drive-in, which is atrocious. You might have that conversation. Hey man, do you want to get some shippers list? Like, there's other stuff you can do. Should we start running partials? Like, there's so many different strategies that you can implement to help your carriers, but we're basically talking in thin air if we don't know where we're working at an operating cost, right? So if we don't really know what operating cost is, then we're just, wishing for a better day, because gross is a figment of imagination. That's like monopoly money. Okay. Gross is monopoly money. We got to know, what are we making? Dispatchers, what are you making? Carriers, what are you making? What are you making? So when that tire blow up, transmission act funny, that tow bill comes, EGR messes up, dev system starts acting funny, do you have the money to fix it? If not, shut it down. It's better to sell a truck that has no problems than one that's, out of commission and nobody wants to buy. So now you're basically hustling backwards. If you need shutdown authority, go lease on with somebody. Sell your authority for $10,000. Like, there's so many ways to move and adjust in this industry, but you first got to know if you're profitable. Okay. So I hope this finds y'all well. Okay. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, shoot your boy DMs. Let me know what we can do, and I'll come back and try to figure out something I can do for y'all, because y'all know I'm big about the community. And yeah, so I appreciate everything y'all do. I appreciate the support. I got 10,000 followers on Instagram and TikTok. Appreciate y'all for tapping in always. That make me feel special. I'm like, you're like bootleg famous or something. You know what I mean? Bootleg famous. So anything I can do, let me know. So grace and peace to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of your hump day. I think I'm gonna throw this. Live on YouTube. So go check it out in a couple hours if you missed something. But either way, thank y'all so much. Appreciate it.